of me in it. I think it was one of my first videos, and I was sick that day, and I was just looking terrible. But I figured I'd put a face with the name. And this video is actually a resin reveal of some pieces that I've been working on this weekend. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to show you is this. This is a bracelet. My first attempt at making a bracelet. I finally purchased the right size mold. And actually, I made this, I was inspired to make this purple black glittery bangle because of this dress. I wore this dress to a wedding reception, and I just fell in love with the way that I looked in the dress, and I was inspired to make some accessories to go with it. So I made this, and then I made some stones that look like this, and I think I might turn these into rings, because they're not matching pieces, so they cannot be earrings. So I also made these, which these might be nice accessories as well, earrings. My daughter said they would look nice as studs, and so the studs would go here and it would just hang long. So I made these, but I also had some other pieces to go with it that I thought would be cute if I made it into a necklace. And I know this is an awkward angle, but what I would do is put those pieces together some kind of way like this on a chain. Yeah, and make a neck piece or a choker or something of that sort. So those pieces were inspired by that dress. Okay, the next thing that I wanted to show you is this cupcake. Now this is a pretty big piece. It covers up my fingertips, and this was actually made from that soap mold that I showed you in a previous video, purchased from Walgreens. What I did was I poured it pretty thick, as you can see, the clear layer, and then I added some white to the background, and I really love how this came out. I'm going to paint the bottom, and then I'm just going to add some little specks of color to what appear to be, I guess, like jimmies or whatever, and I think I'm just going to leave the top in its clear state because of the white behind it. The next thing that I made was this tile, and this is my favorite, one of my favorite characters, the Alice in Wonderland characters, and I have to find something to put here. There was something that was going to go there, but I put it in and it did not fit very well, so I pulled it out. And I really thought I had ruined the piece, but it came out perfectly. So this is the side. It's not very thick, which is okay. The back has a red layer. And this is like a rust color layer that I pulled from these colors in the dresses. So I'm really excited about this piece. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I love it. I really love tiles, but I don't really know what you would use them for other than like desk weights or paper weights, or if they're large enough, you could put them on a wall, as a wall mount. Okay, the next things, I made these for my daughter and her best friend. And this is going to be a necklace. It says pretty, which comes from All Things Pretty. My daughter, I love her so much. And she's actually inspired the business name. So this will be for her and her best friend, which is Raven. So they will have these pieces for Christmas. I made this heart, and this will be a necklace as well. I loved how this turned out, and I like the thickness of it. The next thing, let's see. Oh, I finally purchased the Tabolo mold. Tavolo? I think it's Tavolo, not Tabolo. But I purchased the Tavolo mold that I think it's Young Kin Zem and Red Almond 2257 have. And these pieces come out beautifully. I love that little beveled shape. I hope you can see the color on this. It's like a rust color that I pulled from here, the golden rust, and it's shiny. I love the fact that they're so shiny. You don't even have to glaze them if you don't want to. And then I have a pink one. I think I'm going to make 2 more owls and then put these together as a magnet set. Now, I love Sentimental Circus, and so I made this piece, which I absolutely love. I mixed glitters together in some white paint, and I don't even know how many colors of glitters I mixed, but the color came out awesome. The only thing is there were some paint chips in here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's white flecks. And if it were all throughout, I wouldn't be so worried about it, but it's kind of annoying to me just sitting right there. So I have to find a way to fix that. I made Princess Tiana this is for an order. But I'm not sure I'm so fond of these extra pieces here. It seems like cluttered. So I'm rethinking that one. I made this with the Anne Frank stickers that I received from the Rachel Joy, and I love the way this came out. Now, the sticker did curl a little bit in the eye area. It kind of rolled up, but it looks like an effect, so it's not anything where I would consider it to be flawed. Okay, the next thing I made was, these two are what I consider to be duds. I forget what I want to say, but duds. There's nothing exciting about this piece. I used a little cupcake mold, and I do like the way that it comes out looking like a bottle cap. And I did it face side up. I worked from the bottom up. I mean, if I had some glitter in the background, it probably would have come out better, but it's just basic. I'll probably just turn it into a magnet and maybe give it to my son's teacher to use at school. The next thing I have are some stones, and these are similar to the purple stones that I made. I just used pastels to achieve this color red, and I love, love, love these red color stones. And what I was thinking of doing was trying to do some kind of wire wrapping jewelry. I'm not sure how that will turn out, but that is my intention. Or if that doesn't work out, I can always use them to do like a mosaic type piece. Another fail. It was too big to fit straight away, and then I turned it sideways and I added black to the back, but it just didn't come out very well. So I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's there. And then some other stones. I don't know. I wasn't really inspired when I first started making my resin pieces yesterday. So I just kind of was experimenting with using pastels. And so these are just kind of test inspiration type pieces, which I'll probably use for a decoden or some type of mosaic. And then the last thing that I did was I was experimenting with making hot glue cabochons, and this is what I came out with. Now, on the back you'll see that this piece is in here. This was actually a ring, but I put it in too far, and so it didn't fit well. So I opened the ring out, and it looks like there are leaves behind it. So I will leave it and use it as such. Here's another one, hot glue cabochon. I still have to figure that whole process out because they didn't come out as neat as I had wanted or intended, but I'm still experimenting. And then these are some more hot glue cabochons, which they're not the greatest, but I think once I add a little bit of paint to them, it will give them some character. These are snowmen, and I could put them on some gifts as gift tags because I hate to waste it and throw it away. And for someone who's not seen anything like that before, they probably would appreciate it with its flaws and all. So anyway, that's all that I've done thus far this weekend. I am going to do another pour today. So hopefully I'll come back to you all with another video. Thanks for watching. Happy crafting.